I should have been asleep. Like any normal person at 3 a.m. But I wasn't. See, for the past week, something had been waking me up. Every single night. Same time. 3:17 a.m. exactly. At first, I thought it was just my phone. Maybe an alarm I forgot to turn off. But no. Phone was silent. Dead silent. Then I thought maybe it was a noise from outside. Cars passing. Dogs barking. Something. Anything that made sense. But the thing is, when I'd wake up, everything was quiet. Too quiet. You know that feeling when you wake up and something just feels off? Like the air in the room is different? That's what it was like. Every single night. My girlfriend thought I was losing it. She'd be sleeping right next to me, completely knocked out. Meanwhile, I'd be wide awake, staring at the ceiling, trying to figure out what was going on. I'm not the paranoid type. I don't believe in ghosts or any of that stuff. Never have. But this was getting to me. So last night, I decided to do something about it. I set up my camera. Just a simple recording. Pointed it at my room. Hit record before going to bed. I told myself I was being ridiculous. That I'd wake up, check the footage, see absolutely nothing, and finally get some peace of mind. That's not what happened. I woke up at 3:17 a.m. Again. Heart pounding. That same feeling washing over me. But this time, I remembered the camera. I stayed still. Didn't move. Just listened. Nothing. 5 minutes passed. 10 minutes. I finally got up, grabbed my phone, and went to the bathroom. Splashed some water on my face. Told myself to relax. When I got back to bed, I couldn't sleep. Obviously. So I did what I knew I'd end up doing anyway. I grabbed the camera and started going through the footage. First hour. Nothing. Just me getting into bed. Tossing and turning a bit. Normal stuff. Second hour. Still nothing. Just darkness and the occasional shift in position. Then I got to the third hour. I almost skipped past it. Almost. At exactly 3:17 a.m., my body twitches. Just slightly. Like something startled me awake. That's normal, right? That's just me waking up like I had been all week. But then I saw it. 3 seconds before I woke up, my bedroom door moved. Not opened. Not closed. Just moved. Like someone had pressed against it from the other side. I felt my stomach drop. I rewound the footage. Watched it again. There it was. Clear as day. The door moves inward about an inch. Then stops. Then I wake up. My girlfriend was asleep next to me the whole time. Didn't move. The door to our bedroom had been closed when we went to sleep. I always close it. Always. I sat there staring at my phone screen, trying to make sense of it. Maybe it was the house settling. Old houses do that, right? Doors shift. Floors creak. But we don't live in an old house. And the door didn't creak. It just moved. I kept watching. For the next few minutes on the footage, nothing happens. I'm awake in bed. Not moving. Just like I remembered. Then I get up and go to the bathroom. Here's where it gets worse. While I'm in the bathroom, the camera is still recording. And about 30 seconds after I leave the room, my bedroom door opens. Not a lot. Maybe 6 inches. Just enough. It stays like that until I come back. The second I walk back into frame, the door is closed again. I didn't close it. I know I didn't close it. When I left for the bathroom, I didn't touch the door. When I came back, I didn't touch it either. I remember because my hands were wet from washing my face. I'm watching this footage, and my hands are shaking. Because there's no explanation. No draft could do that. No house settling could time it that perfectly. I woke my girlfriend up. I know. It's 4 a.m. at this point. But I needed someone else to see this. To tell me I wasn't crazy. She watched it with me. Rubbed her eyes. Watched it again. She saw the door move at 3:17. She saw it open while I was gone. She saw it close before I came back. And then she asked the question I'd been avoiding. Is there anyone else in the house? We live alone. Just us. No roommates. No pets. Nobody. I got up. Grabbed a flashlight. Checked every room. Every closet. Under every bed. Behind every door. Nothing. Nobody. But here's the thing that's really messing with me. When I checked the guest room, the door was open. We always keep it closed. Always. I specifically remember closing it yesterday before we went to bed because the hinges squeak and it drives me nuts. Now it was wide open. My girlfriend wanted to leave. Pack a bag and go to her mom's place. Honestly, part of me wanted to do the same. But another part of me needed to know what was happening. So we stayed. Locked our bedroom door this time. Pushed a chair against it for good measure. Set up the camera again. I barely slept. Every little sound made me jump. Every shadow looked like something it wasn't. But we made it to morning. And when we checked the footage, nothing happened. Door stayed closed. Room stayed still. Everything was fine. That should have made me feel better. It didn't. Because now I'm wondering if whatever it is knows about the camera. If it saw me set it up the first time. If it's waiting for me to let my guard down. I'm sitting here writing this, and it's almost evening now. The sun's going down. And I'm already dreading tonight. Dreading 3:17 a.m. My girlfriend thinks we should get the house blessed. Or call someone. A priest maybe. I don't know. Part of me still wants to believe there's a logical explanation. Air pressure. Faulty door frame. Something. But I watched that footage 20 times now. I've slowed it down. Zoomed in. Analyzed every frame. The door moves. Opens. Closes. All on its own. All while I'm the only one awake in the house. I'm going to record again tonight. I have to. I need to know if it happens again. If there's a pattern. If there's something I'm missing. But I'm terrified of what I might see. Because if the door moves again, if it opens again, then I have to accept that something is in my house. Something that waits until 3:17 a.m. Something that knows when I'm awake. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that information. My hands are sweating just thinking about it. It's 6 p.m. now. 9 hours until it happens again. If it happens again. I keep telling myself it won't. That last night was a fluke. Some weird anomaly that won't repeat. But deep down, I know it will. I can feel it. That same feeling I get right before I wake up at 3:17. That feeling that something is wrong. Tonight, I'm going to record again. I'm going to stay awake if I have to. I'm going to watch. And I'm going to find out what's opening my door. I just hope I'm ready for the answer. Because something tells me once I know the truth, there's no going back. No pretending everything is normal. No sleeping peacefully ever again. It's almost dark outside now. And all I can think about is that door. Moving. Opening. Closing. All on its own. At 3:17 a.m. Every single night. And whatever's doing it knows I'm watching now. Let me tell you what happened earlier today. Because things got stranger. I couldn't stop thinking about that footage. So around noon, I decided to do some research. Started Googling things like, why do I wake up at the same time every night, and, doors opening by themselves. Most of it was useless. Sleep cycles. REM patterns. Paranormal blogs that looked like they were made in 2005. But then I found something interesting. A forum post from 3 years ago. Someone describing the exact same thing. Waking up at 3:17 a.m. Doors moving. Feeling watched. The post had dozens of replies. People sharing similar experiences. Different times, but same pattern. Always the same time for each person. Always doors. Always that feeling. One reply stuck with me. A user said they figured out what it was. They said it wasn't random. That 3:17 a.m. meant something specific to them. It was the exact time something significant happened in their past. I sat there reading that, and my blood went cold. Because I knew exactly what they meant. 3 years ago, my brother died. Car accident. He was pronounced dead at the hospital at 3:17 a.m. I remember because I was there. I watched the clock on the wall when the doctor told us. I haven't thought about that in months. Maybe longer. I thought I'd moved past it. Dealt with it. Grieved properly. But apparently, something in my brain hasn't let go. Or maybe it's not my brain at all. I didn't tell my girlfriend about this. Not yet. She knew my brother. She was there for me when it happened. But bringing it up now feels like I'd be making this about something it might not be about. Still, the timing can't be a coincidence. It can't be. I spent the afternoon setting up more cameras. One in the hallway. One in the living room. One pointing at the guest room door. If something's happening, I'm going to catch it from every angle. No more questions. No more doubts. My girlfriend came home from work around 5 p.m. She saw the cameras. Didn't say anything at first. Just looked at me with this expression. Concern mixed with fear. "You're really going through with this?" she asked. I nodded. "I have to know." She sighed. Sat down next to me. Put her hand on my shoulder. "What if it's something we can't explain? What if you find out it's real, and there's nothing we can do about it?" I didn't have an answer for that. Because she was right. What would I do? Move out? Live in fear? Pretend I never saw anything? But not knowing felt worse. The uncertainty was eating me alive. We ordered dinner. Barely ate. Both of us just pushing food around our plates. The sun set. The house got darker. And that familiar dread started creeping in. 8 p.m. 7 hours to go. 9 p.m. 6 hours. Every hour that passed felt heavier. Like the air itself was getting thicker. At 10 p.m., we went to bed. Earlier than usual. Neither of us said it, but we both wanted to be awake when it happened. Wanted to be ready. I checked every camera. Made sure they were recording. Battery full. Memory cards empty. Everything set. Then I lay down next to my girlfriend. She was scrolling through her phone, but I could tell she wasn't really looking at it. Just distracting herself. "Do you think it's him?" she whispered suddenly. I didn't have to ask who she meant. "I don't know," I said. And I really didn't. Part of me wanted it to be him. Wanted to believe my brother was trying to reach out. To let me know he was still around somehow. But another part of me was terrified it was something else. Something that just happened to use that time. That knew it would mess with me. 11 p.m. 4 hours. Midnight. 3 hours. I wasn't sleeping. Neither was she. We were just lying there in the dark. Waiting. 1 a.m. 2 hours. The house was completely silent. No cars outside. No wind. Nothing. I could hear my own heartbeat. Steady at first. Then faster as the time got closer. 2 a.m. 1 hour. My girlfriend grabbed my hand. Squeezed it. I squeezed back. We were both staring at the ceiling. Waiting for something we couldn't see. Couldn't predict. 2:30 a.m. 30 minutes. I turned my head to look at the camera. The little red light was blinking. Recording everything. 2:45 a.m. 15 minutes. My mouth was dry. I wanted to get up. Get water. But I didn't want to move. Didn't want to miss anything. 3 a.m. 17 minutes. This was it. The longest 17 minutes of my life. I watched the clock on my phone. Watched the minutes tick by. 3:10 a.m. 7 minutes. My girlfriend's hand was shaking. Or maybe it was mine. I couldn't tell anymore. 3:15 a.m. 2 minutes. I held my breath. Didn't even realize I was doing it. 3:16 a.m. 1 minute. The room felt different. Colder maybe. Or just heavier. Like something was pressing down on everything. 3:17 a.m. Nothing happened. I waited. 5 seconds. 10 seconds. 30 seconds. Still nothing. No door movement. No sounds. No waking up with that jolt. A full minute passed. Then 2. I let out the breath I'd been holding. My girlfriend did the same. Maybe it's over, she whispered. I wanted to believe that. I really did. But something felt off. Not the same kind of off as before. Different. Like whatever had been waking me up was still there. Just waiting. Watching. I grabbed my phone. Checked the camera feed. Everything looked normal. Door closed. Room still. But then I noticed something on the hallway camera. The guest room door. The one that had been open yesterday. The one we closed before bed. It was open again. Not all the way. Just a crack. Maybe an inch or two. I sat up. My girlfriend noticed. What is it? She asked. I showed her the phone. The camera feed. The door. Her face went pale. We closed that, she said. I watched you close it. I know. I remembered closing it. Checking it twice. Making sure it latched. Now it was open. I got out of bed. Slowly. My legs felt weak. What are you doing? My girlfriend whispered. I'm going to check it. No. Don't. Please. But I was already moving. I had to see. Had to know. I walked down the hallway. Each step felt like it took forever. The house was so quiet I could hear the floorboards creaking under my feet. I reached the guest room door. Stood there for a moment. Just staring at that small gap. Then I pushed it open. The room was empty. Of course it was. Just a bed. A dresser. A closet. But the window was open. We never opened that window. It's painted shut. Has been since we moved in. Now it was open. About 6 inches. Cold air flowing in. I walked over to it. Looked outside. Nothing there. Just our backyard. Dark and empty. I tried to close the window. It wouldn't budge. I pulled harder. Still nothing. It was stuck. Stuck open. My heart was racing now. Because this wasn't just doors anymore. This was windows. This was things that shouldn't be able to move. I walked back to the bedroom. My girlfriend was sitting up in bed. Eyes wide. The window in the guest room is open, I said. I can't close it. She didn't say anything. Just stared at me. I checked the camera footage on my phone. Rewound to when we went to bed. For hours, nothing happened. The doors stayed closed. The hallway stayed empty. Then at 3:17 a.m., the guest room door moved. Just slightly. Exactly like our bedroom door had done the night before. But this time, I didn't wake up. Neither of us did. Whatever was doing this didn't need us awake anymore. It was just doing it anyway. I kept watching the footage. At 3:18 a.m., something else happened. A shadow moved across the hallway. Fast. Too fast to make out any details. But it was there. On camera. Clear as anything. I showed my girlfriend. She watched it. Watched it again. We need to leave, she said. Right now. We need to get out of this house. And you know what? She was right. Every logical part of my brain was screaming at me to grab our stuff and go. But I couldn't. Not yet. Because I saw something else in that footage. Something that changed everything. That shadow. The one that moved across the hallway. It stopped. Just for a second. Right in front of our bedroom door. And when it stopped, I could see its shape. The shape of a person. Tall. Broad shoulders. Standing perfectly still. Looking right at our bedroom door. Right where we were sleeping. My brother was 6'2". Broad shoulders. Athletic build. This shadow matched him perfectly. I'm crying as I write this. Because I don't know what to think anymore. Is it him? Is he trying to tell me something? Trying to reach out? Or is it something else? Something pretending to be him? I showed my girlfriend the shadow. Told her what I thought. She held me. We both cried. Because we don't have answers. Just more questions. It's 4:30 a.m. now. We're still awake. Still in bed. The cameras are still recording. I don't know what tonight will bring. If it'll happen again. If that shadow will come back. But I know one thing. I'm not running. Not yet. If it's my brother, I need to know what he's trying to say. Why he's here. What he needs. And if it's not him, if it's something else, then I need to know that too. Because either way, this is my house. My life. And I'm not going to let fear control me. Tomorrow night, I'm staying awake. All night. Camera in hand. Watching. Whatever this is, I'm going to face it. I'm going to see it with my own eyes. And then I'll know. Finally. What's been waking me up at 3:17 a.m.? The sun is starting to come up now. Light creeping through the curtains. But I know tonight it'll get dark again. And when it does, I'll be ready. Because this ends now. One way or another. I just hope I'm strong enough for whatever comes next.